Welcome back. In this section, we are going to discuss about Spark data frame. A data frame is a data set organized into named column. It is conceptually equivalent to a table in a relational database or a data frame in R or Python, but with richer optimization under the hood. Data frame can be constructed from a wide array of sources such as structured data file, tables in Hive, external database or existing RDD. These are similar in concept to the data frame you may be familiar with in the Pandas Python library and the R language. The data frame API is available in the Java, Python, R and Scala languages. So let's see how we can load data into a Spark data frame. In this video we will see an example employee DF, which is an employee data frame. We are creating val employee DF, which is an creation of a variable data frame employee DF equal to spark.read.option. Spark is the entry point into the Spark environment. Read.option infer schema true, which indicates it will inherit the data type or format of the data with respect to its column name. We will see this in the live demonstration. Option header true, which indicates the data file which we are going to load will have header, that will be the first line of the file which identifies the column names. CSV, and we have specified the file name, file location, that is file store /table/100record.csv. Whenever we will create an employee DF as a Spark data frame, it will generate the output in the form of org.apache.spark.sql.data frame as shown in the video. So this is how we load data into a data frame. We can also view the data frame by typing data frame name dot show, which will display the data. We can also run queries with respect to data frame. First we need to create a temp view to run SQL queries. Employee df dot create or replace temp view employee. So the employee data frame we are creating temp view with the help of function create or replace temp view. It will create a temporary view named employee, and we can run SQL queries by using %SQL, which indicates Spark SQL queries, and we can mention select star from employees, which is a generic SQL statement to retrieve all records from the employee temp view. And next is to visualize the data frame. So data frame can be visualized in Databricks environment with the help of the UI provided by them. So when we write the query, you can create graphs, bar charts. We will see a live demonstration of all these options like loading, viewing, performing SQL statements and visualization the data frame in the practical session. So let's get started with the practical session. Welcome back to the practical session. We have opened a notebook named Spark Practice 2.dbc. In the practice session 1, we have already seen how to import a notebook. So this time I am not going to repeat the same. So you need to import the Spark Practice Notebook 2 in Databricks environment and open it and attach to the Spark cluster. So the first step will be to load data into a Spark data frame. We are creating a data frame employee df. So we have mentioned val, which means declaring a variable. So we are declaring val employee df, means we are creating a data frame named employee df. Then we have specified equal to spark.read.option infer schema comma true. Spark is the entry point into the Spark environment, and read.option infer schema true indicates the 100 records.csv. It will automatically inherit the column name and its equivalent data type. For example, employee ID will be integer, name prefix will be string, first name will be string, machine middle initial will be string, and last name will be string, and so on. It will be inherited automatically. So we have lot of columns in the CSV file. So all these column will be inherited by the infer schema comma true. Option header comma true, which indicates we have a header file, header column for all the columns. So the first line or the first row is the header, and we have specified the CSV file location. How I got this CSV file location is by typing community.cloud.databricks.com. Click on import export data, and I have selected 100 records.csv, which is available in the download section. As soon as you upload this file, you will see a tick mark which indicates file was uploaded successfully, and we have got the file location, that is file store /table/100 record.csv. So I will just click on run cell. So it will execute the cell. So this way we will be creating a data frame. So once the execution gets completed, we will see our data frame will get created. So the execution is still in process. So you can see Spark jobs have been launched and our execution got completed. So you can see employee df is created, which is of type org.apache.spark.sql.dataframe. And this is the complete column names. You can also type employee df.count, which will show 100 records. We have 100 records in the employee df data frame. To view employee df data, we will write employee df.show. Show is the function which will display the data. So we will write employee df.show. So you can see our data output has been generated. So this is the output. This way we can visualize the data. Creating a temp view to run SQL queries. Using this data frame, we can also run SQL queries. So we need to create a temp view for it. So we will write employee df, which is our data frame name, create or replace temp view, and here we will write the temporary view name, that is employee, and we will execute it by pressing Ctrl Enter. So employee temp view has been created. So we can run SQL queries from it. So we will write select star from employee and press Ctrl Enter. So it will run the query. We can also visualize the data in Databricks environment since it provides a rich set of UIs available. So I have written a query, select count of state, comma states from employee, group by state, order by state count, descending, which indicates we are finding out number of states with highest number of count. So we already have the state column in our employee temp view. So we have just written a simple query to extract the count of state with respect to count in the descending order. So here is the data. We can generate various visualization graph from it. Like we can generate bar graph, scatter plot, map, lines, area plot, and so on. So I am as of now selecting bar chart. So you can see this visualization gets generated. This is how we can visualize data into Spark data frame. That's all for this lecture. See you in the next video.